I'm Josh.
I'm Lisa.
And I'm Nemo. And we just nerd here. What pin?
You're upset because he's seen the pin?
How has he seen a pin that I haven't seen?
You haven't seen my Saturday morning cartoon pin?
No.
Maybe if you worked with me still, it'd be a thing.
Oh, you know what?
You know what? There's some uncomfortable tension here.
It's sexual tension, Ralleigh.
What the fuck is this pin
More
like?
comfortable for the rest of us.
I got you into pin.
I will show you the pin after we record. I'll show you the pin during our first commercial break.
It just feels so cheated on.
I know.
It feels disgusting.
I wore it on my
I need to go
laptop.
take a shower.
I wore it on my laptop. I would have worn my lunchbox too, but
I
it
feel
was
like
broken.
I need to shower too. I feel
With
like
Nemo?
I feel like I've interceded like
Oh
your
my
relationship
God.
here.
Yes.
I'm the fucking like mystery woman who doesn't know that they're
You're the other one.
yeah. I'm the other one because you're the other one.
No, Heather is the other one.
Welcome to We Just Nerd Here, and our first real Christmassy episode of We Just Yule Here. If you haven't heard, we are now broadcasting on Odyssey One, the hit radio station from the people at the Federation, which is a charity started by Gene Roddenberry. So go Trekkies and live long and prosper.
Odyssey One.
Oh my goodness.
Dare to wonder. So nothing's really going to change as far as our format goes. We're still going to be the same lovable nerds as always, but we're going to have to pause for commercial breaks every, half hour
minutes.
or so, and then you'll be able to hear new episodes on Odyssey every other Saturday, 3 days before we premiere on our download feed. So please tune in. You can find us at odyssey1.com. That's ODSY1.com.
Yeah.
Odyssey
Yeah.
One.
Isn't there a Y before
.com.
the S also?
Maybe. Lisa's going to
Yeah.
correct me.
We don't know how to spell.
ODYSY1.com.
ODYSY.com. That's-
We were just playing.
Once again, that number is ODSY.
No.
ODYSY1.com.
There you go, buddy.
ODYSY.
Oh my goodness. Somebody stop Raleigh from singing.
And if you can't tell, we're joined by the indomitable Mr. Raleigh. How you doing, Mr. Raleigh?
This is your field reporter, Mr. Raleigh, bringing it back to you again live in a Tooele basement where a man has locked himself away, covering himself in toys and other goodies. He seems to be eating only cereal and Slurpees.
It's
Bringing
coffee-flavored Slurpee, Raleigh.
With vodka.
With
Oh,
vodka!
And that's Nemo. Mine is a vodka cranberry.
That's nice.
Yeah, I figured something festive for the holiday.
Ooh.
All you can taste is the vodka.
All you can taste is vodka.
I told you that I would not guarantee that
Yeah.
drink. You
Good.
said just pour the vodka into this.
I was too lazy to get the cup,
Good
so I just
Lord.
handed him the Slurpee to put it in. I didn't want to walk all the way down and then back up, and then that's just too many steps.
Somehow this only makes sense to me.
Right? Nobody wants to do stairs.
No, just
It's like
pour it in.
at work.
I already reached my steps today.
At work, there's this sign that says, conserve electricity, take the stairs. And I will not
No.
let a sign tell me how to live my fucking life.
Yeah, I can live without
Potsy.
stairs.
Sign Nazi.
If
No, I
there
said you and Potsy.
if there are people in this world that never have to go upstairs, neither do I. Though they are handicapped and unfortunately
What's wrong
unable
with
to
you?
walk up the stairs.
No, there's got to be
Same
like
justification.
rich
No,
people
like
who never
in-
have to either.
In
Yeah.
Texas, they're like single-story dwellings. So,
Yeah.
like, our house in New Mexico had no basement because the water table was too high.
Nice.
Yeah,
That's awful.
right? I always wanted a basement. The first time I lived in a house in this country and there was no basement.
That sucks.
It was disappointing.
I did not ever have a basement until moving to Utah.
It's because you're right.
I thought all houses did have basements, and
I didn't have a
when
basement.
we started looking at other
until
houses, like,
moving to
holy shit,
Utah.
no, they don't.
But I never moved to Utah. I was born in Utah, so
Yeah.
I was born here, but
they don't have
lived
basements
here.
in India. At least none that I know of. They might now. They might have like upgraded.
Only
They
rich
might have
people have
upgraded.
basements in California.
But all their houses are made out of like pure concrete. They never break.
Nice.
They don't use wood.
But it's also very hot and also very cold.
But the house like monitors that temperature, though, you know,
Yeah.
because it's made of rock.
Fair enough.
I didn't know rock had the property of moderating temperature.
It
but-
does.
It's sentient.
All right.
That's
It is sentient. It's magical rock.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Well, you live in India. There's so many gods. They gotta have some
Oh my
magic.
god, is your house made of Korg from Thor Ragnarok?
Yes.
It talks to me sometimes, and this little bug dude that
Meek?
he's meek.
Are you meek?
I'm not meek. He talks about meek
Oh.
all the time. He's
I
made
s-
it.
I stepped on Meek earlier.
Oh.
He's dead.
He's dead.
He's dead.
Oh.
I stepped on him earlier. I feel really bad.
He's alive.
Oh, he's alive.
Well, good.
Oh, welcome back, Meek.
Carry on, Thor.
You're going for the South African accent, buddy.
He has a way better one than
Yeah,
me.
he does. I have to listen to Fight of the
New
Concords, and
Zealand.
it gets me
I
the
feel
New
like mine's
Zealand
always
accent, yeah.
trying to be British.
South African, New
It's
Zealand.
just
they sound
it's an
very
Indian
similar.
thing. You
They
want
are
to be
different.
British.
But they do
Very
definitely sound very similar.
I'm excited to be on Odyssey. It's fun that that we were able to get picked up by the network.
Thank you guys for picking us up.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
very,
kind of
very
bizarre.
It's a new adventure. I'm
it is.
excited. I don't know what we're doing, but
Butterfly in the sky.
I'm excited.
We can fly twice as high.
It's Odyssey,
wrong.
not
Wrong.
reading Rainbow.
But we
It's
were
a
going in.
long
You know.
Burton.
Okay, but LeVar Burton was on Star Trek, so
Yeah, that's where I was going with it. But I
That's
couldn't.
another reason why you gotta
Star
watch
Trek doesn't
it.
have like a singable theme song, so
dun, 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 dun,
Yeah.
dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
it's my underwhelming reaction to the New Generation theme song. 'Cause it's garbage. Next Generation theme song. It's garbage.
Well, first you get the name wrong, and then you trash talk one of the greatest themes ever written.
I absolutely hate that theme song. I'm not gonna lie.
This is a great introduction for you to the people in the radio world.
Oh, you're welcome. I love Star
On
Trek.
Gene Roddenberry's.
No, I hate the
station.
theme song. I will make it very clear. I've watched all of Next Generation, and I will skip the opening every time.
What's wrong with
And
you?
the-
Okay, wait. Nemo can't talk because Nemo didn't realize that how much work went into opening credits.
Yeah.
We've been over this. Like once he realized how much work goes into the Dexter theme and
Oh
how
my
it really
God,
sets the
it's
tone
so
for the show.
good.
Skip intro. Skip intro.
Oh yeah, we have talked about this.
But if we're
Yeah.
talking about Star Trek, though, like I've never seen any of the shows.
Well, we'll remedy that.
Well,
You
I
don't
know
you
we-
don't have to watch the original series.
I feel like I do though.
No, anything
No.
with Shatner
Some
you
of
can
the
skip.
episodes.
Anything with Shatner you can skip. It's
I
bad.
love Will Shatner.
If
At
you
least watch
are
the triple episode.
if you
Just
like
when
the
they do
really
some
good
callback
camp,
shit.
then you should watch it. But watch all the recommended episodes because there's some really really good ones with Leonard Nimoy.
Yes.
Oh, Nimoy's amazing.
Well, and there's that like time traveling one.
That one's pretty good.
That one's really good.
All
when-
right.
Yeah.
So, it's almost Christmas time. Well, it is Christmas time. Right now, we're recording this a week before Thanksgiving. And this Friday, all four of us are going Black Friday shopping, so that'll be fun. Lisa is terrified beyond belief.
Why?
I'm not terrified. I mean, you guys are gonna spend all your money.
I still have to ask that
It's
off.
not.
It's a good
It's not my
reminder.
problem.
You don't
I've been
like Fridays.
trying.
He works Thursdays,
but Friday
into
morning.
Fridays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to just remember to ask it off, or at
That's
least like
true.
the last 4 hours of it.
Your throat's getting scratchy, though, so that'll work.
What?
Mine is too. I feel it. It's gonna start hurting on the
the
day of
course-
Thanksgiving.
It's the coarse vape that's in the air.
But
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
It's those hard vapes, the hard vapors that
I
we're
do
inhaling.
believe I'm getting the vapors.
You're giving me vape.
Do I have to say it exactly like that when I call him?
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to sound like a Southern belle.
I got the vapors.
You're giving me
Just
vapors,
like that.
darling.
Vapors.
Hello,
Who
boss
is
lady.
this?
I do believe I have the vapors. I can't come in tonight.
You have the wrong number, sir or ma'am.
Sam.
Sir or ma'am.
Or
Sir
Sam.
or man.
Oh.
Sam.
So yeah, we're getting ready for Christmas. It's exciting, and we thought today, why not talk about some of our holiday traditions? everyone's got them. Everyone does things a little bit differently. So, since Raleigh, since you're the guest,
Yeah.
let's start with you. Like, what makes the Christmas season for you?
So, as a young kid, what was really important, there was a checklist of things that we would go through that would happen every year that we'd all be excited for as a family. The first thing we did and how we kicked off all of the holiday seasons was volunteering. We would go to the old folks' home by our church, and we would go sing Christmas carols for them as a family.
Aw.
It's cheesy as hell, but the Golden Living Center, shout out to that place, had some great residences. All the ones I ever knew are very well dead. And
we did that every year. When I was in high school, we went to an Italian retirement home, and we sang to them. And, I did it for 3 years straight. And on my third year, my senior year, the little old man who would come up to me every year wasn't there anymore.
oh, that's
And it was heartbreaking because it was, my first time. I'd lost it, my grandma and stuff, but I wasn't necessarily really close with her. But it was the first time, someone I knew who wasn't family had passed away, and it was oh.
kind of rough, huh?
Yeah, it was just this little old man who
Well, you
would
got
come
to
up.
know him for a reason.
Yeah, and when we talk a little bit, and it was just oh, he's gone.
I had a friend like that. When I was a little kid, I ran up to this one old dude who had a Star Wars t-shirt on. And I was just I love your shirt. And my dad's oh, I'm so sorry. He's excited. And for 7 years, we would go visit this one dude as he slowly succumbed to dementia. By the last year he was alive, he couldn't talk. But I came in the room and he got excited.
Aww.
And I was just I sat down and I was talking to him, and he was just oh, he couldn't talk anymore. It was good. And that was one of the biggest reasons why I enjoyed that so much, going and singing to all the old people. But they had canaries there too. And I love the birds. They were great.
That's the whole reason Raleigh went.
Yes.
It was the
for the
birds.
birds.
It was the birds.
Yep, not the aspiring relationship I had with an old man who passed away. But that's just one of our traditions. That's how we kicked it off. A series of other traditions is you always opened a gift the night before. You had the Christmas turkey was always a really good one.
What did you get to open the night before? Because
Just
your
one
parents...
gift.
Did you get to
One
pick
gift.
it?
No. Another sibling got to pick
Oh,
it.
your siblings got to pick it.
Not a parent.
Yeah, I got
There's always a
fucking
sibling.
pajamas every year.
Did you?
Christmas Eve, here's
See, but
pajamas.
that's-
Or when
that's
I was older,
fine.
it was, here's
I
a
love
book.
pajamas.
But then, did you guys take the family pictures?
No.
In all of the pajamas? Oh,
Aw.
I knew people who did that.
No.
I did not do that.
So, again, when I was in high
I didn't
school,
either.
No way, man.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't do something Christmassy? Weird. No, one year when I was in high school, for Christmas, even now, I don't sleep. I'm still restless on Christmas.
Dude, same.
And so I started taking melatonin and stuff in high school. So I went to bed at
Dude.
9 o'clock.
Good lord.
I have trouble with sleeping.
Yeah, no, clearly.
He just gave me a new sleeping pill, the doctor did, and it seems to be working, so I'm excited.
Oh, good.
But
You're I'm excited about pills.
so I went to bed at
Drugs since
9
high school.
o'clock.
Oh my god.
And our landlord and his wife and daughter came up at 11 o'clock at night, right? My mom and dad were playing Santa still. And he was dressed up like Santa, and they just came up. And so there's pictures of my mom and dad with Santa and the landlord's wife and daughter. And I'm conked out in bed. I missed Santa,
yeah, you did.
right? It sucks.
See,
It's okay.
look.
I miss him a couple times too.
Yeah,
I know.
it happens.
okay.
It happens occasionally.
Sometimes you miss it, and it's okay.
It's okay.
The
It's perfectly fine.
Always
the
misses
biggest
you, though.
the biggest family tradition we had by far was the dinner on Christmas Eve. In my family, food was super important all the time, and being able to
Never
sit
know that
around.
knowing you.
No, yeah, you'd have no idea.
It's not like he does cooking shows on YouTube all the time.
Oh God, I love making those videos. I was gonna do a holiday episode of Raleigh's recipes, and I was gonna cover.
Oh, let's make Dino Drax stuffed mushrooms.
Let's do it. I have no idea what that is, but let's do it.
God, they look fantastic. Matt made these bomb ass mushrooms.
You know he doesn't actually cook in these videos, right?
Never watched them.
I've seen them.
I don't. Look, no, it's not you. The only thing I use YouTube for are old commercials.
I've only seen your ads on Twitter, but I do like them. I like when he opens the microwave and the title comes. That's like genius, but that's like
Right?
Thanks, man.
it's like a TV show quality intro.
You're welcome.
Does it like spiral through the air?
No, but
No.
like he's looking at it, then he opens the microwave, and then it's Raleigh's recipes.
Yeah.
Do you react to the title card?
I'm just sitting there like,
Yeah,
I think
And then
that
I
you should
shut
move
it.
out of the
Making a
title
face.
card's way.
move out of the title card's way.
Yeah, so like it's coming out of the microwave.
He hasn't
at you
seen
and
it.
back up.
he
Yeah.
hasn't
You
seen
I
it.
know
haven't
what
seen
you're
it.
talking
Yeah.
You would really like it if you saw it. You
I'm
piece of
giving
shit.
you like
Sitting here,
golden
like,
ideas.
Oh my goodness.
you do cookie show like never seen it, but
Okay, so you want me to stop promoting your other channels?
buddy, like I've not watched every episode of We Just Nerd Here or listened to.
You have.
Wow, that just hurts.
No, he
No,
has.
I know, I know.
yes.
I know he's one of our patrons.
I
Yeah.
am one of two people that pay for this shit.
Technically,
As
So
of yet.
Mr. Raleigh is a patron on Patreon. Mr. Butt is a patron in like real life, and then
Mr.
I'm our
Booze.
other patron. I pay myself to do this show. I give myself $5 a month. That's our budget for this show.
Dude, killer
Yeah.
does
budget.
that make us horrible?
Yes, we are the
Speakers
worst,
or-
actually, Nemo.
You know how
and me.
much over budget I go every month doing this show?
I think we are horrible.
You need a financial planner, is what you need.
No, it's okay. I only go like $50 over budget every month, Raleigh.
That's fine. I go well near that
I-
for any video I do
I
ever.
tell you not to do that. You do it anyway.
This is a poor idea.
Look, if we're going to do this show, we're going to do it right.
Balls
Eventually,
deep.
Santa Claus is going to bring us patrons.
Okay.
Santa Claus is
You
also
sure about
going
that?
to pay
Yeah,
you
Santa
$45 twice in 2 months. So Santa Claus can get a exclusive Yeti tumbler that he can come and drink on Whiskey Saturdays with you.
I put an offer in on a new mixer for us, so we'd actually have a mixer that you guys could plug microphones into, and we could be all
You
professional.
were literally just telling me I don't even edit these anymore, so
But I still want us to sound good.
Yeah, you did tell me that too.
Josh likes to cut it raw and heavy right
go-
off the bat.
I'll go in and cut what I need to cut, but for the most part, we've gotten to a point where there aren't any like super
Lulls.
long pauses, or Nemo doesn't say stupid shit that I need to cut out.
It happens
A
once.
bunch of like crazy racist shit just out of nowhere. It's awesome.
Can I do it? No.
Can I do that?
It's only racist to you because you're not him.
That's fair.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
I-
Mhm.
I don't find them offensive.
yeah.
Ooh, okay. But yeah, when it comes to Christmas traditions, as a kid, that's a lot of what it was just getting together as a family. Getting to decorate the Christmas tree was like the coolest shit in the world because we would have like a distance contest for ornaments. If you broke an ornament, you're out. If you missed twice, you were out. So we
Missed?
would go.
So you
So you
throwing
had
them
to
at
throw
the
them.
tree?
Oh yeah, we were fucking chucking ornaments at the
Of course
tree.
you were.
hmm Anything that wasn't like super valuable too. So we would actually make ornaments earlier in the week before Christmas. We would make like one every year, right? I have two that have lasted. Where I have a brother,
Did you throw
my
your
brother
own
Alan.
ornaments?
No,
Yeah, you
see,
throw your own.
what he did is he made an egg carton, right? And glued little antlers on it and put an egg in it. And if the egg didn't break, then he got to like hold it over his brothers for a year.
Yep.
I actually did that in middle school. The egg
Who
drop.
didn't?
No, but I did
You
one
didn't
year.
do it?
I don't even know what you're talking about.
The egg
The
drop?
egg drop?
We will do a We Just Nerd Here egg drop next
Dude,
summer.
that'll be so much fun.
Oh wait, is that where they put that thing on the spoon and then they?
No.
No.
No, okay.
That's
No.
like
So
the
you
egg
have to
passing
build a
contest.
contraption
Okay.
and drop it from the top of the school and hope the egg
I did
Doesn't
nothing
break.
though in mine.
Yeah, I was thinking of something completely different. When
Dude,
you
I had
said
like a full
egg
like,
carton.
suspension.
I was thinking one of those ones with the like how many, like 12 or whatever that are in them.
Yeah.
And he put antlers in them. But then I was like, so he's making like a human centipede version of reindeers?
Yes, human centipede reindeers.
What the fuck? That's where it went straight. And I was like, then you said the egg drop, and I'm like, what the fuck is an egg?
It wouldn't. You know what? It wouldn't be Christmas if Nemo didn't go ass to mouth. So
I mean, yeah,
that's disgusting.
No. Good lord, I wouldn't say no, but Jesus. At the same time, though, I'm
not gonna watch that. Just so you know.
some other family traditions that my family had were you'd get an article of clothing every Christmas. We'd have like a snowball fight. Someone would get thrown in the snow. It was often one of the smaller children, so it was often me. There was one year where it snowed like 3 feet the night before Christmas. So we did like a whole tunnel system in our front yard. It was a dumb amount of snow, right? So my dad, and like we all did it. We all just made these tunnels. We had candles to ice them, right? And we made this huge snow fort. And it was the coolest fucking shit ever. Oh, man.
You did this in Utah?
Yeah. When it snowed, like, it was like literally 3 feet of snow in one night.
up until I moved here, it snowed in Utah.
Yeah.
Well, no, I'm trying to think of one
And
with
then
that.
apparently it stopped.
It absolutely did.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of when we had 3 feet of snow.
I was, this was the winter before I turned 8.
Is he the youngest one here?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So then
Yeah.
easily. The
then
youngest one
how?
You had snow.
In Taylorsville, Utah, there was 3 feet of
But
snow.
in
that
White
Christmas.
City, they pay to clear the streets.
That's true.
Plus, it just looks like your neighbors are all over your lawn.
And there's like that weather dome that sits over your city.
Weather dome.
that regulates the temperature, so.
That is true. We did spend a lot of money on that.
I was going to say the city budget went to the weather dome that year.
It was a great investment.
I mean, clearly.
Nemo doesn't
I don't
pay for
know.
air conditioning.
Really? That's so nice.
He's got a fan with a
Oh.
bucket of water and some sponges.
Sucks when the water gets too hot and then you have to get like the whole process again.
God.
Nemo made a homemade swamp cooler.
That's fantastic, though.
What an innovation. Here to you, sir. The, yeah, when it comes to Christmas traditions, before my parents' divorce, that's what a lot of it was just doing things as a family. After that, after my parents separated, it was getting 2 Christmases that were both not as great as the Christmases
Oh.
that were when we were together.
Did they equal one Christmas, though? Or was it still like
It was still like,
75% of a Christmas?
oh, you spent half the day with your mother, did you? Or you spent half the day with
Aw.
your father, did you? Let me show you how Christmas is better on the other side of the parentage.
Were the presents better?
It's like, is it the whole you get
God,
2
no.
presents now?
I played it like that, and I like did my best to, but it was more like, now you only get one thing from one parent, and yeah. It was
Poor
bad.
Raleigh, you are America.
My life is a good summary of how America's state is right now. Doesn't give a fuck. It just sits in existential crisis constantly. Anyways, now my
Okay,
Christmas
that got
traditions
super dark.
are just like, I get to pick one of my siblings' families because they all have families and kids now.
I'm going
And
to
I-
stop you right
yes.
there, Raleigh. We're coming up on our first ever commercial break. So stick around. We Just Nerd here. We'll be right back after these messages.
Da-da-da.
I'm really gonna have trouble not singing that song.
What's that?
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Like, creepiest little.
Oh my god.
And we're
I should have
back.
lost half the time.
It's okay.
It's okay.
We'll play
We'll
the
show you-
after
we'll show
these
you the
messages commercial bumper later.
You didn't show me the pin.
It's creepy.
I didn't show you the pin.
I'm
Don't
gonna
look at me
leave
like
now.
that.
Oh my god, this looks so
Apparently you don't
creepy.
need me here.
Just because
Super creepy.
you have a sack of pins.
Their heads spin around.
Oh
Not
my
All
even
right,
joking.
you know what? We're gonna take a quick break so we can keep Nemo from pouting. 1 second, we'll be right back.
I don't think I am. Don't worry, I don't think I
Now
am.
you understand why Lisa and I are so fucked up.
Hey,
Because of claymation.
I'm adorable.
You are adorable. But you've got to admit, like, the fire hydrant peeing on the dog. Or the creepy singing triplets with their heads turning around.
Yeah, that is
a
really
weird
scary.
way to spend your Saturday morning. Right in between an episode of Gummy Bears and Winnie the Pooh.
I remember the
But it's all
moment that
cartoon.
I realized that it was creepy that their heads spun around.
You know
I was
when
just
that
like,
was for me?
What is going on
Thinking
here?
of
It
creepy
was
head
when
spinning.
you just said it. Like,
Oh
I had
my
never
gosh,
thought of it
Joshua.
before. They were endearing. Now you've, like, made me look at them through a whole new light. It's the worst 30-second break we've ever taken.
I'm
Yeah,
so
The worst.
But now that I'm adult, my Christmas traditions have changed. I often spin my head around, right round, baby, right round.
I love
Like
how
a record
Raleigh
baby,
is
right
able
round,
to get
right
us
round.
back on track without sitting here like a crazy person going, Christmas?
You have no idea how long I've spent on the internet trying to entertain people. It's an art.
Is it more than 6 weeks?
Yes.
6 years?
Oh god.
Okay.
You should scroll back to his early videos. It's fun.
Dude, my very first video I ever put on YouTube is of like Halo 4.
Is it before
great.
you had your big boy mustache?
Dude, I sounded... I was like, hi everybody, let's play Halo, whee! I got a pentakill in that fucking episode, though. I did so well. I thought recording myself would be like, the best.
All right, so tell me about your Christmas traditions now that you're an adult, angry shooter boy.
Angry shooter boy.
Pentakiller.
Pentakiller. But yeah, so my adult Christmas traditions are essentially finding which one of my nephews and nieces is that I like the best that year and going and hanging out with them. And my
So it's a
siblings'
judging
family.
contest?
Yeah.
Oh,
Dude, you
love
get to
it.
pick and choose.
Wait, don't you also, like,
Isn't that defeat the purpose?
No.
doesn't your family
Yeah,
also
you're
do,
supposed to
like,
love all
who
of
gave
them.
the best gift?
Oh, we've been doing a gift-giving competition for the last 2 years. And, like, we'll randomly pull a family out of, like, a hat of things. And you have to pick, like, you have to buy a gift that's actually expensive for that family. And since I'm alone, people buy gifts just for me. It's amazing. This last year, I
He
got...
got, like, 15 Pez dispensers.
Oh, God, Jesus. No, I actually, I got, like, a tiki mug and, like, this really cool set of Guardians of the Galaxy stuff. But what I got my sibling was a Ninja Turtles pizza recipe book because she loves pizza and she loves Ninja
Don't
Turtles.
smack the table. But
It's very fragile, man. Come on.
yeah.
It is like a dinky card table.
This
and I
card
love it.
table is older than me.
Yeah, it looks older than you.
Yeah.
It looks like somebody like actually did drugs on this table.
That's what all the rips are from.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
That's where they did the lines.
Like the wear and tear. This is just cocaine after like
Yeah.
10 years.
You know,
Some
my
of it's a
30 years.
permanent stain.
I wish
that
I
you
could tell
can't
my
be-
grandpa that you think he was doing drugs on the table, but he's been dead for over 10 years, so...
Was it because
Alright.
of drugs?
That was his
Was
last
it
line
because of
cocaine.
drugs? But yeah, so anyways, what we've started now is this adult gift giving thing. And so I have big plans this year. But last year I gave them like this really neat pizza recipe book and like a pizza cutter. Ninja
Was it the
Turtles
one
theme.
from Loot Crate?
No, this is like the official like
Okay.
$60
Did you just pass off
pizza
your
book.
gifts?
Look, my Loot Crate one is over here, and it's the same one as the
Mhm.
like retail version, but it just has a different cover. It's so fucking cool. Like, that is
Wait,
a
are we
badass
talking
gift.
about the same thing?
Yeah.
Did you have the Loot Crate DX one? Is that where you got
Yeah.
it? Yeah, okay, that's why you got it. All right. I was going to say, Loot Crate would not put that expensive piece of shit in there. It's great, though. Do you have, like, the big... I have the big hardcover is what I gave them.
It's not big. It's not as big as the retail one.
Oh,
but-
shit. This is so cute and tiny.
Right? No, it's awesome. Like, if you're looking for something to give the Ninja Turtle lover
Oh,
in
this
your
has
life,
different pictures.
this is the book to get him.
It is cute.
But yeah,
pretty cool.
I got them that. I got them, like, a bunch of
Sweet.
pizza things, and I got the best gift award last year, so I'm striving for it this year, too.
Do you get a trophy?
Yeah? Fuck yeah, there's a trophy.
There is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It says Nemo's an idiot at the bottom of it for believing that there's a trophy.
well, fuck you too, sir.
Wow.
Wow.
Just kidding.
I know
No,
you guys.
no.
I know you guys are jealous of each other, but you
I'm
could
not
be
jealous.
nice.
That was just a dick move.
Look at me. They're
Just
eventually
teasing.
going to have to
He's good
cut
at
me
that.
out of this basement. There's enough of me to go around.
That's true. It's okay. I'm fine with sharing. But at the same
I'm
time,
You just got
Yeah,
points
Nemo
because
is
Raleigh
not.
called me fat.
that's true. Yeah, so those are basically my traditions. I have a few other ones that we've started here and there that last and then fade away and then come back, and they're a lot of fun. Puzzles are usually something we do the night before Christmas. There's lots of fun little things that we do.
So I was pretty similar. Like, I also got to open a gift the night before. I got to pick mine. That was just when I was a little kid, though, and I got multiple gifts.
Well, okay. I got a quick question though. So when you were a kid and everything, you believed in Santa, right?
It has never been openly acknowledged in my house that
Ditto.
there is no Santa.
Okay, no. I'm just saying this. Like, so you get to open
There
a
is-
gift before Christmas.
Yeah.
And let's say you're a kid that believes in Santa. Wouldn't that conflict that idea? Because he's supposed to come on Christmas.
no.
No, I'll
'Cause-
tell you. I can tell you because our tradition, because I have a friend who, well, Whitney, in her family, Santa wraps all of the presents in a special Santa wrapping paper.
And that's how it was at my house. too,
Same.
is
Really?
Santa had different wrapping paper than Mom and Dad.
Oh, see,
Okay, but what
my
does that
tradition
mean?
was very different.
Well, Mom and Dad's presents are under the
So-
tree on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So you understand
okay.
that any
Already have
any
presents
presents
on the
that are there
They're
are
from your parents.
from your parents. Yeah.
Okay, that makes more sense now. All right.
Yeah, so
You got
we
it.
would have presents under the tree, but what we did for Santa is that each of my siblings would pick a chair or like a cushion on the couch or something, and we'd write a note saying, "Dear Santa, this is my spot for the year." And then you wake up in the morning and that spot is decked out in your Toys from Santa. So
That's awesome.
yeah, it was really nice. That's where your stocking would be put. I'm sorry, Nemo.
Please don't cry.
Just gonna drink vodka.
Merry
Put some tequila
Christmas
in
to
there.
me.
I mean,
You know, they say if you get to the bottom of the bottle, the worm will say Merry Christmas to you.
what?
What? You talking about tequila?
Yeah. But you're drunk enough at that point, you don't realize you're drinking tequila.
Yeah.
After
And
you
the
drink the
worm-
bottle of
I
vodka.
know.
And the worm
Vodka.
comes back to life and takes you on a Christmas adventure.
I just imagine that game Bookworm, and it's like quizzing me. Spell a word. to unlock your
Can you
prize.
spell Merry Christmas?
Can you
With
spell
these
Merry?
words? Christmas? Wait. I just got lost there with my own.
I'm the ghost of Christmas present. You're drunk.
Anyway,
Okay.
If a
Lisa.
worm said that to me,
So-
I wouldn't. Probably not. Nah, if it's in a tequila bottle, probably. I don't know.
I really want to test this theory, but
It's very
anyway,
sterile.
Lisa. Santa
it's
puts all
very
your presents
fun.
in one spot.
In one spot, and we'd always get like pistachios in our stocking and an orange and
The fruit, the unnecessary fruit. Ugh.
But what's the point of the fruit?
It's unnecessary.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I always had an apple and an orange in the toe of my stocking.
But why?
And nuts and chestnuts. Yeah.
oranges actually do have like a grand Christmas tradition
Yeah.
because they were really hard to get for a long time if you didn't
Mhm.
live like in California.
So pirates gave them to each other.
For Christmas.
That way you wouldn't get scurvy. for the
Arr,
next
stave off the scurvy this Christmas.
But I mean, also like your whole family might just get one orange, and that's like it was like special.
Okay,
That's the
but
only time you'd get it.
but that's tradition wise. I'm talking. So that's the main reason why they do it now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because the whole
it's
thing.
tradition.
Okay.
Fruit used to be a big deal.
Also, I really like oranges. I don't know what's wrong with you guys.
I love
They're
tangerines.
delicious.
I love
Cuties
oranges.
are fine.
Yeah,
Cuties
I
are
love
good, yeah.
cuties.
Oranges are good.
You're a cutie.
Aw.
That's why he
Thanks.
likes you so much.
I figured.
It's my looks, obviously. Jesus, you don't need to point it out.
Okay.
We would do a lot of games too. In my family, it was usually like card games. Played a lot of Uno. Played a lot of Phase 10.
Like on Christmas or Christmas Eve?
Christmas Eve.
Mm.
Yeah. Or we'd do puzzles. We'd do puzzles too.
Nice.
And we'd do like all kinds of Christmas movies.
Muppets Christmas.
Yeah, Muppets Christmas Carol definitely every year.
So good.
The last few years, Elf has been a big hit. Gotta love Elf. No, you don't like Will Ferrell.
I
have issues with Will Ferrell, but Elf
is amazing.
Elf is a good movie. Will Ferrell is not a.
He is a good special elf.
He is an amazing.
He does a great job in Elf. Don't
Yeah.
get me wrong. I don't like him though.
Why?
I don't like Tina Fey. He doesn't like Will Ferrell.
You're both.
You're both wrong.
Yeah, you're both wrong.
I love Step Brothers.
Step Brothers is amazing.
Step Brothers is incredible.
never
It's
seen
such
that
a
one.
good.
What are you doing? I'm burying you.
Did we just become best friends? I think we
so.
did.
And one day, you wake up, and your dad has to say, "Stop being a fucking Tyrannosaurus."
When he slaps his balls on the drum set, he's like, "What are you doing? I'm playing the drums." Oh my god, that's like the best scene. Oh,
The whole movie.
it's so good.
Yeah.
It's such a
How
good
can you
movie.
hate Will Ferrell? You and Tina Fey, I can't understand that at all.
Anyway,
For me, I grew up in San Diego, so white Christmases are still weird to me.
White Christmas.
Yeah,
It has a few meanings, but yeah.
I mean,
What?
okay, white boy.
Yeah, I was like...
we're not talking about Harold and Kumar's White Christmas. We're talking about
Yeah.
Lisa's White Christmas.
All right.
I mean, like, snow is weird to have on Christmas. Like, if that's a thing that happens in movies, that's not real life. That's not actually
It's
Christmas.
fucking
Yeah,
magical.
like every time it snows on Christmas Eve and it's like a fresh blanket on Christmas Day, I still have a hard time believing that I'm actually looking outside of my
Yeah.
own yard.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like not and like one of our big traditions around
There's so
Christmas
much
time,
snow.
sometimes on Christmas Eve, but sometimes like a few days before, we drive around like the whole city looking at the Christmas lights. And we had a lot of places that would super deck out their houses. And
Someday. Heather's already given me permission that, like, at least by when I retire. So I'm an old guy now.
Mhm.
It might not be that long.
Joshua.
I'm gonna work till I die.
Not even 40.
But I get to put in an extra circuit breaker just for Christmas lights.
Dude,
Yeah.
I forgot. We used to go as an excuse to go see all the Christmas lights in the neighborhood. We'd go shovel everybody's driveway and shovel
Nice.
everybody's like walkways.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't know we were doing service. In my mind, I was just looking at Christmas lights. That was the shit. That was like Christmas.
Because if you had known it was service,
Yeah, I
then it
wouldn't
would
have
have
done it,
sucked.
If I know I was helping people,
Ugh,
ugh.
worst.
You're disgusting.
Yeah, what's wrong with me?
Yeah, but like,
Filthy.
I still really miss palm trees and Christmas lights. Like, you don't,
Me
It's kind of
too.
cool.
you don't
Yeah.
get that here.
Not at all.
Oh.
0%.
It's weird. Like, for me,
So sad.
growing up, like, when I was a kid, Christmas, we were in
Mhm.
Japan.
Yeah.
Never
Christmas is
once
very
did
different
we
in Japan.
come home for Christmas. My first Christmas with my family that I was old enough to remember,
Mm-hmm.
I was 14.
Dang.
Yeah.
Christmas in Japan. That sounds
Yeah.
like one of the best movies I've ever heard.
You know, they...
Japanese don't really get Christmas.
Well, here's the thing is...
They fry chicken though.
Yeah.
Like
okay,
Well,
they
KFC
they
thing.
KFC Christmas.
Yeah.
And one of these days, I'm going to get to be there for Christmas and have KFC.
dude, that's
Why do
amazing.
you want that though?
Because it sounds great.
Yeah.
Fried chicken.
Because
you
it's
can
a
get fried
tradition.
chicken whenever.
But it's just
But they have
so
like a
cool.
wait list there.
But it
It's
comes
a
with
year in
a Christmas
advance.
cake and a champagne.
Yeah.
And
Champagne.
Champagne.
I
Jesus,
don't
Lisa.
need champagne, so
Like, one of my...
You don't know that you don't need it yet.
like,
You
one
never
of my
tasted the bubbly.
favorite- One of my favorite, like,
It's
things
just
that I got when I
gravy.
was a kid, when I was in second grade.
Mixed with booze.
I mean, they do make a lot of wine gravies, actually.
I'm
But
just saying,
Yeah.
if it's from finger licking good, it's gotta be.
Get drunk on the gravy. It's okay. It's all
Well,
gravy
there's
because
some
it's all
Dude,
good.
let's get gravy blasted. Oh my god, yes.
But no, like,
okay,
in
Mr.
second
Downing, the
grade,
gravy boat.
sailors in your mouth. Sailors in your... Anyway.
Seaman.
Okay.
Where am I lost
Okay.
on this?
Bob's Burgers.
Oh.
Burgers.
So in second grade, my teacher had this reward system where you got like smiley face, like cut out smiley faces, and you could exchange them for rewards from the cabinet. And she had this set of KFC, like they were the restaurants, like little plastic restaurants, decked out for Christmas,
Dude.
with a little kernel in the top.
Nice.
So a little plastic kernel, and you stuck like skewers into them, and whoever got the kernel to pop out lost.
Dude, that sounds awesome.
But the little skewers on the end were like stockings, wreaths, drumsticks,
Dude, heck
buckets
yeah.
of chicken, and I
I
traded
actually-
mine in for like the KFC and then a Christmas tree, and the
Nice.
Christmas tree was all decked out with chicken.
Oh my gosh.
Little drumsticks?
I actually had one of
Yeah.
those sticking in games
Yeah.
from Japan, and it was like Donkey Kong.
Yeah,
What? Oh,
Yeah.
that sounds awesome.
and those were a big thing.
Yeah.
Oh, I want this now.
And
in my
so
life.
those came out in 1992, because on
about
top
the
of
right time,
mine,
yeah.
it's got the year on the top of the box,
Do you
and
still
that's
have
when I
it?
was in second grade. Yeah, it's in the back room over there.
Really? Okay.
I will try and find them to take pictures, but
Yeah.
I cannot guarantee I can find anything in the Lego
I was going
room.
to say,
Ever.
I wouldn't put it to you.
But yeah, like KFC, like from them, like having that connection to Christmas and KFC, to now, like as an adult, knowing just how big KFC is tied to Japanese Christmas, I want that KFC meal. That is why
Okay.
it's a goal. It's not just, oh, it's kind of a cool Japanese thing. No, like I have this like odd
Okay.
connection to it. So,
That's weird.
but yeah, like I didn't have, pine trees either. They were palm trees.
Yeah.
Like we had palm trees and papaya trees in our yard.
Did you?
Yeah.
Papaya.
Where was this?
In Japan.
Was it?
In Okinawa. Yeah.
Nice.
That's nice.
Those are the big ones. I have this other thing that I kind of want to do for you guys, so I don't want to spoil it.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is that show that we were going to watch?
Roswell.
Is that Roswell?
Is it
The
Roswell?
original?
Yes, it's Roswell.
With the original music?
Yes. I will say Lisa makes some bomb-ass homemade marshmallows.
Oh.
I do actually do
Wait,
that.
yeah.
I was gonna say Raleigh hasn't tried that yet.
No, I haven't. I
Hasn't had
freaking
that.
love
He wasn't
You
there.
made
Delicious.
homemade marshmallows?
I've made you homemade marshmallows.
He was
Oh,
gone.
you never got yours.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but for some
Dude,
reason
I'm
this
sorry.
triggered this memory.
You should
but
be sorry.
I
He
feel
gets
like-
marshmallows?
I feel like I gave yours to Josh.
Then he ate them.
He did not come out here once
See-
from Thanksgiving until we recorded our first fucking episode.
Huh.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, it's been like almost a year?
No, we
What?
recorded in
I
was gonna say.
March, February,
Oh,
March.
okay. Oh,
But he
I
didn't
see.
come out here till after John Allen was born.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so there was like
Oh.
a two-month hiatus where he
I
didn't
gave
come
yours
out
to
here.
Galen.
That's fair.
I'm sorry.
That's not fair.
But if it
It's not
helps,
fair.
He could have
Galen-
kept it.
Galen really enjoyed them.
Probably.
No, he didn't. He gave them to his nieces.
Oh,
He doesn't like sweet stuff.
Oh, that motherfucker.
Galen, I'm kicking your ass.
You're off the podcast.
He has been here every episode. He's just so quiet.
Yeah. Galen, get out of here. You don't belong anymore.
Get out!
See, now he's just walking away. That
His
bastard.
head hung low.
Dude, it's funny because he's the first friend that we invited to be on the show.
I know.
He's like, "No, I'm good. Like, I don't have anything to say." I'm like, "Just come hang out with us. Just come sit here, and you don't have to say anything unless you want to. We won't even acknowledge that you're there."
Yeah. You'll just be a random laugh once in a while. Like,
Yeah.
"Who the
Yeah, you'll be our
Yeah.
laugh track.
That's the computer.
That's.
It's the computer.
I mean, that's assuming that people actually laugh at the things we say.
They don't.
Yeah.
Or else we'd get actual feedback.
You know what? Big shout out to Mr. Green, our first real world fan who found us all on his own.
Awesome. I don't know who this is.
Did you not hear about this?
Oh, Josh told me,
Okay.
but I don't know who it is. But you guys do. Because
So,
they
yeah.
met you guys.
Barely.
Mr.
I mean,
Green, thank you for being a fan, and we'll be back after these messages.
I'm a fan of you too.
But
All right.
Hopefully he heard that.
So I'm keeping these breaks in for the actual download. So they'll hear what we say on these breaks, but they won't hear them on the broadcast version.
Okay.
Like, when you say, like, they won't hear this, I want to say something just ridiculous and, like, wildly inappropriate.
Well, they'll have to bleep it out,
Like,
but
comment
okay.
on how
Anyway, we're
Nemo's
back.
rocking
Welcome
back
back to...
Dude, you're getting there. You're pretty toasty right now, huh?
I'm about to add vodka to my coffee Slurpee, which is actually really good.
It's not. It's straight up vodka.
It's just vodka.
Yeah, it's
good.
straight
It
up
just tastes
vodka.
No, I'm talking about the coffee Slurpee.
I am too.
okay.
I had it. That's what I've been drinking.
Yeah, but you have vodka in yours. I'm talking about the
Yeah, he's just saying
unadulterated
it.
vodka
Going to add
Slurpee.
some.
Unadulterated. You know what? That could be a proper use of that term. It literally is a proper use of that term, but
Yeah.
I'm also thinking from like an adult standpoint.
That's how they should sell Slurpees now.
Please don't screw my
Unadulterated.
Slurpee, Raleigh.
Now, hey, you know what?
Oh, hey.
You know what?
Slurp your
Come
Slurpee.
This is Christmas. We're not talking about Ask Bubby here.
Oh wait, I totally. See now, all my Christmas traditions are just coming to memory.
I still want Menchie the Moose.
Don't worry. All my memories are coming too.
Yeah, I get you. But for some reason, I forgot about this. So I need to remind everybody that my favorite Christmas movie is Die Hard, and I watch it every year. I watch every single Die Hard movie every year.
See, that's just over
That
excessive.
seems like too much.
Yeah,
Die
like that
Hard.
feels like he's
Dude, no.
trying
Like,
to.
you should watch the first one. There are so many... we'll get into this, like, in another episode. There are so many other Christmas movies and specials that you should be watching,
Yeah.
rather than watching
It's
Die
like
Hard
a challenge.
2 through 5.
It's like a challenge to
2 through
myself. though.
5.
Yeah, there's 5.
I know there's
And they're
5.
making a new
2
one.
through 5.
The next one's called McLean. I'm very excited for it.
It's a prequel.
It's not a prequel.
I'm just
I
saying.
want it to be a
It's
prequel.
not a prequel.
I want Daniel Radcliffe to be Hans Gruber.
Oh my god, no!
Oh my
What are they
goodness.
gonna do?
So they
Kill
were
him again?
they were supposed to be like they were meant to be.
Why don't
Yeah.
they do
Yeah.
a Hans
Oh
Gruber
come
movie?
on, no.
Because Alan Rickman's dead.
Well, I know.
Maybe
but
maybe
just
he
do a
falls in love
prequel.
with his wife, and then he finds out where she works, and is like, I'm gonna take this bitch over. That's when he, after she dumps him for a cop.
Secretly, the whole time, he's been in love with this woman.
Yeah. That's
Oh
what
my
fucking-
god, it's so fucked up.
No. Always.
That
I-
brings like a whole new perspective
I
to
love
die.
Mrs. Nakatomi.
Mrs. Nakatomi, you mean Mrs. McLean?
No, Mrs. Nakatomi.
Nakatomi.
I'm taking over the
Oh,
plaza.
okay, all right, I see. So it's
But that was John
Nakatomi's
McClane's wife the whole time.
Yep.
He didn't even know. Only one person in the whole series knew, and that was Carl.
Mind blown.
That was
It's
Carl. Yep. Carl knows
The
everything.
fucking car phone. That's who knew.
You know what? I got to go out and say all of the amazing we could do a whole episode on fan theories regarding Family Matters and Carl Winslow
Oh my god.
and his past. But
Oh
I
wait,
just
wait,
have
are
to
you
say,
the one that told me
Seems
about
unnecessary.
the kid who shot and then?
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
But I'm just saying, like the
I'm
fact
sorry.
that the Funko Pop version of him is holding
Little
a shit ton of Twinkies, and the pin that we got from Mondo is
He's
holding
holding little Twinkies.
little Twinkies. It just makes me happy.
And you know me, had to buy the whole set.
No, like so like for me, there's a lot. Like you guys know how much I go out for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
It's all, and I think I addressed this in another episode. Like with Thanksgiving, my mom went all out. Same for Christmas. I don't know whether she was compensating for the fact that we weren't near family or not.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really matter. She went all out for Christmas. Like you're talking about throwing stuff at the
You're
tree.
also a spoiled only child.
I am a spoiled only child.
I was the
but I'm
youngest of
talking about
6.
just decorations.
Okay, yeah.
Like our tree was hand-me-down from my grandparents.
Mm-hmm.
It was an old Sears bottle brush tree. So you had like a broomstick in the middle, and then you put the limbs
Yeah.
in every
Mhm.
year. You
Yeah,
had to
yeah,
build your tree.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
And my dad
the same.
took the strands of lights, red lights only, and he wrapped them.
What?
So creepy.
He wrapped them around every branch individually, up and down each of the like 3 sprigs on the branches, all the way up to the top of this 6-foot fucking tree.
It's insane.
Then we put red balls on it that were inherited from my great grandma.
Balls.
It would have been funnier if they
You
were
were
blue
like
balls.
10 years old.
And then these big ass pine cones that we got from my grandpa's backyard.
Mhm.
That were like 3 inches tall, like just big ass pine cones. And then eventually we started adding these little brass ornaments to it, like 12 Days of Christmas and stuff like that. And so it was just red and gold. It was
Dude, that sounds dope,
It was
actually.
a beautiful tree. Like, the only thing that sucked for me is I couldn't, like, buy Hallmark type ornaments to put on it because it was a uniform tree. So when I was like 7 or 8, my parents bought me a little 3-foot tree, and I could decorate it however the fuck I wanted.
Nice.
So I got these M&M lights, and I wrapped
Dude,
it.
hell yeah.
You know, my dad would put the lights on, but he would just kind of wrap them around so they didn't fall off. And then I got to put whatever the hell I wanted on it. It was
Nice.
great.
I actually could talk about my tree for like 5 minutes straight, but I didn't even think about the tree.
Go
Go
ahead.
for it.
So our tree never looked the same. Ever. Any year.
That's actually kind of cool.
Mine had
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
broken glass in it. I feel you.
We
And egg curtains.
always had twinkle lights. We had like the lights, both white and colored, but just tons of lights.
Did you ever have like the lava lamp lights? Where
No.
it's
Oh,
like
the bubble
fluid?
lights.
Yeah, where it's like fluid going through it. We had
Oh.
That'd be
those
those
dope.
are actually kind
But
of
we
Those are
had
like
ones
super
that you
cool.
could like set to different blinks.
Mhm.
We just got that a
Um,
couple years ago.
Yeah.
They sound dank.
The 90s finally
super
came to the
cool.
Tracy's household.
Nice.
And then like we've got tons of old like handmade ornaments from when we were really little, and wooden like painted ornaments and stuff like that. And then my mom also would have when we were really little, she would buy each of us an ornament every year, or make each of us an ornament every year, so that
Oh.
the theory was that then when we were grown up, we would all take our own ornaments. That never happened. They're all still together. But we had boxes and boxes and boxes of ornaments. And we also put a lot of small stuffed animals on the tree. Like, it started with the stuffed, I don't know if you've ever seen these, Josh, like the Carl's Jr. stars. Star
Okay.
ornaments?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we had like,
It didn't start with the
4 or
stuffed
5 of
California
those?
raisins?
no, we didn't have raisins.
Well, I guess you were in California, so you wouldn't have.
They're just
California
called raisins there.
Thanks for all
Well, they
like,
had Carl's. They didn't have Hardee's. They had
yeah, no, we had Carl's Jr.
yeah.
And we had like a bunch of mini like Disney things.
Did you guys have the
Yeah, the Rescue
Little Mermaid
Rangers.
ornaments from
Little
McDonald's? Yeah,
From the Little
from the
Mermaid.
the Little Mermaid
No,
ornaments from
wait.
Pocahontas.
No, I was gonna say, wait,
I wanna say
Little
I did.
Mermaid is from Little Mermaid? I thought she was from every other Disney property.
Right?
But no, my favorites were the Cinderella mice,
Oh, dope.
the like fuzzy Cinderella
Gus.
mice that had their own little jackets.
Yeah.
So they come to life and help you.
Yes, they did.
Wait, it's Gus. That's
Twinkle and Dinkle.
Made shit up.
Sure.
Yeah, but you believed it for a split second.
No.
so-
Absolutely did not.
Nemo did.
I did.
Nemo did.
I have no clue
It's
what
a
the
baby,
heck.
baby, Dingle.
It's a baby dango.
Yeah, and when I was young, we had this sort of creepy angel that would hold two Christmas lights that we'd put at the top of the tree. And then we just started putting
Please tell me you put random shit in her hands every year.
no.
Oh, that's a waste of
Oh
opportunity.
my goodness, I can't think of his name.
We had an angel topper too.
From Peanuts?
Charlie Brown?
Snoopy,
No,
Snoopy,
no,
the
the
bird?
yellow, yeah, the bird.
Woodstock.
Woodstock. We
Woodstock.
had a Woodstock that we'd put at the top of the tree.
Nice.
We had an angel tree topper too, and one year I attached like a. It didn't have any arms, so I put like a Barbie arm, just like hard middle finger. It was great.
Ugh.
No one noticed for like the first 3 hours of Christmas, and I hear from the other room, "What the hell?" My dad's like, "Is the angel flipping us off?" And I was
Did
just
they
like,
know it was you immediately?
"Nope, I did not say the word."
You did
Nothing
Christmas wrong. Fuck all of you.
happened. My mom was like, "Who did this to my angel ornament?" And she was so mad. I was like, my
feel
oldest
like it would
brother
be
almost got
impossible
blamed
not
for
to
it,
know that
too.
was you.
I had 2 other brothers
I mean,
and
I
3
guess.
sisters. The blame could be passed around.
I feel like it'll always go to either the oldest or the youngest,
Yeah.
no matter what.
No, you're right. Like, it is almost always the oldest or the youngest.
Yeah.
But something like that, I would automatically assume is the oldest.
See, and we never had an angel. We had a Santa Claus that we put at the top of like a Father Christmas, like big flowing red robes and fur, and he was on top of the tree. But like for my tree, my little like 3-foot tree, I had a Mr. Christmas, which if none of you are familiar with the Mr. Christmas brand, some of the most kick-ass Christmas decorations ever. But it was a Mickey Mouse tree topper, so it was like a gold spire with Mickey hanging off of it, not ringing a lantern, but moving a lantern up and down.
Okay.
So that was awesome. I let my neighbors borrow it a couple years ago. Like Tyler's kid was really into Mickey Mouse, so I let them borrow it for their tree, and he like freaked out every time they turned on the tree.
Did you never get it back?
No, I did. I'm not getting rid of that damn thing. It's like a $200 tree topper now.
Oh, Lord, this feels good. It's so squeaky, though. I love it.
Yeah, why are you sitting in the chair?
Because it's comfy.
The chair.
Oh my goodness.
God.
Okay, well, Raleigh has like left the podcast.
I'm right here. Everyone can hear me.
Just don't squeak too much.
I'll disown you.
So you can't move.
I'm not moving.
Yeah, don't move.
Okay.
No, like I could legit go on for about an hour just about all the Christmas stuff that my mom put out every year that became a huge part of the Christmas tradition.
Did you have any lawn ornaments?
Well, here's the thing: is we didn't have a lawn.
Yeah.
No. Okay.
In
So we
Japan.
lived.
You had a tree. A palm tree.
Well,
Where
no,
was
like,
that? Not
that-
in a lawn?
This is when we
Oh my
when
gosh.
we moved.
No, they
out.
cut it down and they put it inside.
So eventually, we moved out of the apartment building. We were in an apartment building.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad would put lights on the rail of the balcony, and that was it. When we moved out in town, he put lights on the house. But because we weren't going to be in this house for so long, he didn't really go all out. So we didn't have lawn decorations until I was in my 20s.
Dude.
So my parents moved back to the U.S. in 2006, and my dad started going, like, all out. Because I was like, oh, look at this, we need this, and he would buy these.
You just point and he'd be like, yes.
Not quite that easy, but yeah, like, we'd be at Home Depot and be like, oh, that's cool, and I'd come up to the house, like, a week later, and there it is, there's a Santa Claus opening and closing a present,
Damn cool.
And he'd, like... He wasn't old, but he was old enough that you don't want him crawling around on the roof, so we'd have someone come put lights up on the house, and he'd decorate the yard. And, like, for me, like, that's one of my goals. That's why I was joking about Heather saying I could have the extra circuit breaker for Christmas.
Yeah.
Is the year before he died, we got vandalized.
Oh.
Someone came and they destroyed every single Christmas decoration in the yard.
Oh,
Was this in New Mexico?
man.
This was here in Layton.
Oh,
Bastards.
shit.
And like
What
before they told me that they had been like vandalized, my dad went to Home Depot and replaced everything. Redid the entire yard because he knew like I'd be upset. And it wasn't like I would throw a temper tantrum. He was like, I don't want this to ruin Christmas for Josh.
Dude, your dad sounds like a badass.
Oh, he was. And so he went to Home Depot and he redecorated the yard on like a Thursday, and I came up on Saturday and it wasn't the same yard. And I was like, what the fuck happened, guys? And then they told me. I was livid. And like a couple hours later, like we'd had dinner and I was up there doing Christmassy stuff, and the doorbell rings and there's a family at the door with a plate of cookies thanking my dad for doing the yard every year.
That's so
And we'd only lived there for like 5 years,
Yeah.
And there was like this little note taped to the top of the cookies, like, thanks for putting up the light type thing. And it's a little like poem. I still have it. It's hanging in the Lego room on the Christmas shelf. I won't ever move it.
That's so cute.
And every time I pull something off the shelf, I make sure that I don't knock it down.
You have to make sure that in no circumstance will it ever...
And so for me, like, knowing how much Christmas means to me, and then knowing that what my dad was doing to the yard meant so much to another family even.
Yeah.
Like, it made it that much more important. And in my mind, Christmas was already, like, super important. Because of the effort, like, my dad wrapping those cords around the tree. Like, as I got older, it really, like, stood out to me. Like, Black Friday was never a shopping day for us because there wasn't anywhere to shop. Like, the Japanese don't do Black Friday.
Right.
But the day after Thanksgiving, my dad would put up the tree. And he'd start at like 9 in the morning, and he wouldn't finish stringing lights until 6 o'clock at night.
That's insane.
So he put in a full shift wiring a tree.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
And as a
Working 9 to
kid-
5 for that.
Yeah, as a kid, you don't realize how much work goes into it. But as you get older, you start to realize, holy fuck, like what? Goddamn, let's get a pre-lit tree.
I've been in charge of lights since I was like 5, so.
Dude, putting up Christmas lights is like the best experience ever.
But that's just a like fraction of the type of stuff we would do for Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Like my mom has these big oak curio cabinets. Like there's one over here with
Yeah.
some stuff in it.
It's pretty.
Those
He wants to steal it.
all of the stuff that is in there would get cleared out and replaced with Christmas stuff
Dang.
in every single curio in the house.
That's insane.
Basically, like Disneyland.
Basically, we're like Disneyland. You go to bed one night and it's Halloween, and you wake up the next day and it's Christmas.
Aw.
Fucking awesome. It's amazing.
Next year.
Family lives.
So, like,
And they knew that you would stay asleep because you were drunk.
because I was drunk.
Take this pill, Josh.
Take this. It'll be okay. You'll
This
wake
little
up the next
gummy
morning,
with
it'll
a
be Christmas,
smiley
I
face
promise.
on it.
I was 18 when I started taking them, okay? It's fine.
That's what you
Oh
know.
my goodness.
Yeah, that's what you think.
Yeah.
Little do you know, like you stopped, you weren't able to sleep all the time because of how conditioned you were to the chemical reaction of melatonin and ecstasy
Okay.
That's why I love everybody.
all the time, constantly.
I want to touch your face.
Don't
I'm going to
touch
touch your...
No,
oh,
no,
your beard.
Don't
Oh, it's-
Oh, gosh.
John.
It's like pubes.
Coming from you, Mr. Bushmaster.
That's right. Don't
Oh.
you forget it.
God damn it.
Your
You guys
lawn
are both
ornaments
disgusting.
reminded
So-
me.
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep jumping in on your time, Josh.
No, you're fine.
Everyone's it's okay.
It's our time.
Our time. So one of the big things that we would do every year is we would go to the San Diego Wild Animal Park.
Is that the same thing as the zoo?
No.
No. The zoo is actually in San Diego. San Diego Wild Animal Park is now called Safari Park. It's actually in Escondido where I lived.
It's
Oh.
the national park, right?
No.
Escondido is near
It's-
Carlsbad.
Is it the
which
closed
is where
park?
Legoland is.
What?
No,
Did you
sorry.
stop guessing?
Sorry.
It is also a zoo, basically, but it was established more as like a reservation, like a breeding place.
A polar
breeding
bear
facility.
reservation.
What?
Polar bears deserve to be free.
Yeah, we have to reserve that.
Yeah, no, it was more like they have like the safari area, and I mean they've got there are hundreds of acres in the Wild Animal
So
Park.
this is the safari zone?
It is
you'd say,
enormous.
Ian?
Yes, she goes there to catch Kangaskhan.
Yes.
And buffalo.
But what,
But every year for Christmas, they super decked it out.
Dude.
Like, it was beautiful. There were lights
That freak out
everywhere.
the animals?
Well, I mean, like, they do it at the zoo here, too.
Yeah.
so we started
But-
Zoo Light.
The
Zoo
Zoo
Light
Lights,
started
yeah.
in 2007. And it was a guy named Sonny. And he does the lights up north in northern Utah at Willard Bay, or at least he used to. And he got a 5-year contract with our zoo, the Hogle Zoo, to do the lights there as well. And, like, I think a lot of people didn't realize how much effort went into putting this on. He
Yeah.
started stringing lights up in the zoo in September.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So his crew would start stringing in September so that I could flip the switch on the Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Good lord.
And they
Well,
wouldn't put the lights out where the animals
Yeah, that's
were.
what I'm
They'd
saying.
put
Like,
them in
does
the
that
shops
bother-
and all.
Yeah, like we
Yeah.
don't. They didn't put them in the middle of like the orangutan enclosure. They put them around. But you got to think, you don't go to these events at these, excuse me, these zoos and these animal parks to see the animals. You're going to see the lights.
No, I understand.
And so the fun thing about it is you get to see some of the animals that are nocturnal,
Mhm.
like we had people come up, I've never seen the red panda. Oh my god, the red panda's like so active, it's jumping around the trees.
Yeah, it's
You guys
like
had a
because
red
it's awake
panda?
right
Yeah.
now.
Oh,
It's-
man.
They just introduced the red panda to the Hogle Zoo.
No, we had one like 10 years ago.
Oh, did you?
No,
Yeah.
they just introduced the red pandas to the aquarium.
What?
The aquarium has more than fish, Nemo.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I've been there.
No, but they just had a new red panda exhibit.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, when they took out everything down in the African savannah to put an
Mhm.
Arctic edge,
Mhm.
they took out a few animals and they've slowly been bringing them back.
The red pandas, I gotta see them. The new ones, they're so cute.
But yeah, like these
But yeah.
these things that they do at the parks,
Mhm.
like so much work goes into them.
Well, and like the Wild Animal Park is just the park part, just the people part is about 3 times the size of the Hogle Zoo.
Holy hell.
My
And that's
golf cart
not
wouldn't
even-
make it around that.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't.
It's a big ass park.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's beautiful, and it was so gorgeous at Christmas time. And then about 10 years ago, there was a wildfire, and the only part of the park that it took was where they stored all of the Christmas lights.
Oh,
Dude, that wildfire was
So-
like, fuck you, fuck Christmas.
They,
God, it was
they,
the Nemo.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
wildfire.
it was Nemo. Nemo started it.
they
Let's
did
not spread that around.
bring a lot of other lights in, but they were like the ones that they'd had before were like specially crafted and things like that, and these ones were more like just
Generic.
basic things that were more generic. And it was still nice, but it's like my childhood gone.
Your childhood
Up in
literally
flames,
burned
Lisa.
away.
Yeah,
Up in
yeah.
flames.
No,
No
it,
more
like,
childhood for you.
It
Let's
hurt.
steal
It
that
seriously,
childlike
honestly hurt me.
innocence.
Well, and since we are here in Utah, there are a lot of Christmas things that you can do with your family.
Yeah.
So we have zoo lights at Utah's Hogle Zoo, and that usually, like, I don't know what the dates are for
And
this
it's
year.
fun.
Stays all,
I like
it
zoo
stays
lights.
till New Year's.
Yep. So
Yeah.
it usually runs from like the Saturday after Thanksgiving until December 31st, and then we've got the lights at Layton Park up in Layton,
Mhm.
Utah.
Oh yeah, I did that last year for the first time.
It's fun.
That's
It's a
really
nice
fun.
drive through.
Yeah.
And then the lights at Willard Bay.
Mhm.
I want to say that there's something at the Georgia Seckles Dinosaur Park, but I'm not positive.
I've
Downtown-
actually never been to the dinosaur park.
Downtown Ogden does these little houses, like gingerbread houses, but they're life size,
Oh, nice.
and that's fun. And
You have the-
carolers and roasted chestnuts.
I don't know where it
Kaysville
is, but
does
you have
hay
the
rides.
ice castles as well.
Yep, that's
Dude,
up in.
that's
in
what I wanna see
in
so
Midway,
bad.
Utah. We have the ice castle,
Yeah.
That
which
thing
is.
I've
is
always wanted to do
impressive.
that.
I want to do the ice castle. They had the ice sculptures in the ice castle. I want to do that so bad.
I do
Yeah.
too. Like
Were
we.
you talking about doing Elsa in the dress? And
Oh yeah, Nemo and I were
Okay.
gonna dress up like Elsa and then go
Throw
to the
snowballs
ice
at each
castle.
other when we get
Let's
there.
go. I'm in.
You
I'm
gonna dress up
100%
like Elsa?
Only if I can dress up as Elsa.
Can you dress up like Sven?
I was gonna say, I will dress up like Sven.
If she's going to Sven and not an Elsa, then I want to be Anna because we need like.
No, we're all the men will be Elsa
Yeah.
and all the
Oh,
women will be
oh.
reindeer.
Yeah.
Who's our Olaf?
John Allen.
Okay.
All right.
If he doesn't say I've been what was it, impaled? I've been impaled. Can't remember.
He wants to see the summer so bad in summer.
But then, as you move south in the valley, Gardner Village does some fun Christmas stuff. They usually hide these creepy fucking elves all over Gardner Village, so around all the shops down there.
Sounds unnecessary.
The
So
worst is Elf on the Shelf. That's fucking horrifying.
Elf on a Shelf is
yeah.
awful.
It's so scary.
Give me
Why would
Mensch
you
on a
do
bench.
I don't even think it's scary. I think it's fun. I like
What's
how
wrong?
they
It's
they
creepy.
design them and how they like. pick
Okay, there
different-
are some parents who
Yeah.
go all out,
Yeah.
and it's fun to see what they do, but
Oh.
I like to see them.
It's
I ain't gonna be one of
awful.
those parents.
It's not awful. It's
This
funny.
elf is watching you. Santa will know. It's like, can
Plus-
I, like, what do I say? What do I do?
Okay,
Like,
but it's not much different than telling your kid that if you don't like stop picking your nose,
No,
Santa's
Santa's
not
not
gonna
gonna- yeah.
come.
yes, but then I had to contemplate when I was 6 years old how I needed to bribe this elf to get what I wanted for Christmas. Do you know how hard
Has
it is to
Elf on a
bribe
Shelf been
an
around
elf?
that long?
I
Yeah.
don't think it
Yeah.
has it?
Wow.
Elf on a Shelf? Dude,
Yeah.
we had an elf in the Andersons' home, and then that's where we got it when I was little.
Also, Raleigh's a child, so. Just kidding.
Oh, I mean, like, you're not wrong.
I know.
I don't know. I don't know if I've
But
ever
it
watched
is
them.
weird that it's been around that long.
No, but I like people's
We had
creations with them. You know, like they
Yeah.
do spoofs with them.
Yeah,
Like I saw one where the elf on the shelf is just
but I
sitting
mean,
there,
like,
but there's like little Hershey's Kisses below it because it's taking a shit.
but then, like, also, isn't there a way that he, like, dies?
The elf on the
Yeah.
shelf?
Yeah.
I
If
remember
you don't
some.
take care of him, he dies or something like that.
I heard giggling.
And that's creepy.
I think it's because
I
if you
heard
don't,
horrifying giggling.
if you don't have enough
Yeah.
holiday spirit in
I
your
don't know
house,
what he's
he
doing.
dies. That's
What
how
the fuck?
That's
Why,
what-
why do you want to put that on a kid?
they gotta
That's
try
right.
hard.
What are you putting on a kid?
Like that the elf on the shelf will die if it doesn't have enough holiday spirit. What do you?
No, I heard that there was a thing.
What is that monstrosity?
Okay, so yeah, I just ran to the Christmas room, which is also my Lego room. But this is Ask Bubby. She's a
What
Jewish grandmother,
Fuck.
and you ask her a question, and then you squeeze her hand, and she answers you.
Can I do it?
Ask her a question.
Mm,
Will Nemo ever find love?
Oi, Bay, I'm tired. All these questions.
that's a no. If I've ever heard one.
Okay, Raleigh, did you want to ask a question?
It has to be yes or no.
Yeah.
Bubby, will you burn in hell?
Go ask your mother.
Fair enough.
Lisa, do you want to ask Bubby a question? Compelling.
The most
Bubby,
deep-
will we ever make money off of this?
It wasn't like that when we were kids.
It's true, Bubby. They didn't have
You're right,
podcasts
you're
when
right.
you were a
That's
kid.
true.
Am I gonna have a Christmas?
No.
Oh my god!
This motherfucking doll is premonition.
Oh my god! Dude, oh my god!
Bubby, will Nemo ever be happy?
Sure. After some matzo ball soup.
Oh my god! The no. Oh my god, the no.
Apparently,
It's like
all
direct.
Apparently, all you need is matzo ball soup.
Yeah, that's all you're
He'll be
missing.
happy.
Yeah.
And you call those Maltesers matzo balls and mothballs. So maybe you just need to have a big
You
bowl
just
of
need-
Maltesers.
There you go. You got it.
No.
If Nemo eats Maltesers, will he be happy?
No.
Josh, I feel like this is rigged.
I'll give you Bubby. You ask Bubby the questions.
She said yes once.
This is my new holiday tradition. I played with this thing last year at Target every fucking time we went.
Oh my gosh.
And I come home one day and Heather's got a present for me and it's Bubby.
Oh, your wife loves
Your
you.
wife is a very special individual.
Oi, Bay. Now you ask me that? Go ahead. I don't even know why you asked. You're going to do what you want anyway. Oi, don't do that. I'll what? Yes. but
She doesn't
only
want you to
after
do that,
give Mommy
Nemo.
a kiss. That I don't know. Are you hungry? You look hungry. Sit on the bench and ask me again later.
Will I be happy?
Oi, Bay. I'm tired. Questions.
Poor Bubby. You gotta leave her alone.
Will Nemo ever be happy?
Go ask your mother.
Go ask Roro. Will Nemo ever be happy, Bubby?
It wasn't like that when we were kids.
I was never happy
Nope.
then.
Nope, because you were under colonial rule.
Yeah.
Huh. Who knew?
Bubby
Bubby
is
knew.
older. Yeah.
Hey, if it's fair, we were also under colonial rule at one point in time.
No.
You were
No.
American
No.
before it
Yeah,
was cool.
no. Get out of here. Just, I love her answer. No. No.
Yeah. One of my new holiday traditions, and Heather sends me a text from Target today. She's like, Target is on point today. Bloop. And it's a picture of Bubby next to Papa. So now you have an old Jewish man that you can ask questions to, too.
What?
Yeah. I know what I'm buying at Target on
I don't
Black
want to
Friday.
talk to this lady anymore.
What about Papa? Will you talk to Papa?
No.
No.
Yeah, neither
Talk to
of them.
Papa. Hey, this Papa's cool.
How do you know?
No, I'm talking about
He's
me.
talking about himself.
Yeah.
How do you know?
I'm a cool Papa.
Who's told you
Yeah,
that?
who has ever
Chrislyn.
been like, you're cool?
Your own child can't say that to you.
Bubby, am I a cool Papa?
No.
Yeah, I was really hoping it would.
Bubby?
Totally.
Bubby, do you want to spend the rest of your life in a box?
Sure.
Dude, you fucking wrecked.
You got owned by a doll.
Bubby, this isn't nice. Are you ashamed?
No.
Bubby, you're killing me.
Oi, babe. Now you ask me that?
Alright, I'm putting Bubby away.
Okay.
She can sit in Raleigh's chair since Raleigh's gone.
Dude, you have these
Plus-
really comfortable recliners, and they're very comfortable.
They-
I'd rather sit in this than a hard ass seat.
Well,
you know
they
he sits in those
are.
with no pants, right?
That's fine. Alright,
I was sitting in there with no pants until Nemo showed up today.
nice.
Sweaty balls on the leather.
Ugh. No one ever touch Raleigh again.
I don't know. No one said never touch Josh again. You got blamed.
No,
It's
that's
on you.
your sweaty balls are on me.
Oh.
Oh my god.
The
no.
ghost of Teabag's past. Anyway,
Jesus Christ.
so we missed our last break. It was 3 minutes ago. We were having too much fun with Bubby. So if you're coming back to us now, we're sorry we didn't have a hard break for the commercial, but we've had fun.
Heartbreak.
Shut up, you 12-year-old.
10, thank you.
But yeah, like, if I could spend an hour talking about just decorations and another 2 hours talking about Christmas specials and, like, Christmas morning itself.
Hmm.
It was all such a big deal in our house. And it
Such a
still
big deal.
is.
It's a huge deal.
It's like totally a big deal, Nemo.
Totes
Really?
big deal.
It's like Totes Grande.
Totes a grande.
Oh my god.
Tiziana Grande.
Hey, wait, Nemo, I want to hear about your Christmas traditions.
Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah, I mean, like, we've been sitting
Get
here,
ready.
we saved the best for last.
Yeah, okay. Get ready for this. Let there be silence real quick. That was it.
Wow.
Fuck, you know what? Now, that sounds like the perfect
No,
Christmas.
I'm jealous. Like, that sounds amazing.
It's a nice,
Like,
quiet
here-
day.
Here I had my family day, like, getting to be with family and everybody that we love and stuff. Your silence.
I'm sure his
is
family
worth
was
me.
still around.
Are they?
Huh?
They are.
Are they? They are.
No, it's but Christmas is weird for me. Like, I didn't have these traditions of building tunnels in 3-foot snow.
Yeah, your fucking snow tunnel
Yeah.
sound
Yeah.
amazing. I've
I-
never,
yeah,
I've
I've
never
never-
built a snowman.
We have. You never built a snowman?
I've never built a snowman.
Like, every
built a
fucking
snowman.
year we built snowman.
Yeah, I
we
built a
have never
snowman.
built a snowman.
We had snowman families.
Teach us how to build
Yeah,
a
I
snowman.
didn't do that.
Okay,
We
I
built
built a
a snowman
snowman, but
because
he
we-
was this big. He was
Kristen
only
built one
8
on the
inches
deck
tall.
last year.
It helps
was about
pick
that
up the
big.
snow. Like, if you're gonna
Yeah,
clean out your driveway,
that
just
was-
build a snowman.
That was the whole thing. Was our dad is like,
You
"I
have
build a
fun."
snowman, build a snowman out of the sidewalk, and we'd be like, okay, and we'd get this fucking like snowball bigger than us,
Yeah, see,
and we get it until we can't move it anymore.
I just don't understand how he has so much snow.
Dude, we had feet of snow. Like I don't.
I'm just thanking the
weather-
Sandy City completely right
The
now.
weather
Weather-
dome.
Thank
Yeah.
you
Weather
for
in-
making it so I don't have to clean up so much snow.
Weather in Utah works on a 12-year cycle of moisture. A moisture cycle over a period of 12 years. We're at one end of the 12 years. And over the next
It
12
ended
years,
in 2008.
Oh, that's nice.
Because I remember the year of 2008, the year of our Lord,
Mhm.
8. There was snow on the ground from Thanksgiving through Easter.
That sucks.
I remember that.
That's horrible.
Well, no, like it wasn't like
Okay,
on
but-
the streets and
But
stuff,
that's
but it was in the
happened
yards.
since I've lived here, and I have not lived here that long, and
But
it wasn't that
doesn't happen
much.
anymore. We're at the dry season.
Yeah, that was like the end of it.
I don't want there to be more snow than
I'm with
I've
her.
seen.
I'm fine with snow.
I
Yeah.
only like snow
I don't
during 1
wanna
month, and that's
drive
December. That's
through
it.
no,
any
because
snow
like it's
ever.
rather than having like a ton of snow all at once. You have it over a period of time. Right now we're getting it all at once, and it's fucking scary.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it
I don't think
comes
it's
in
scary.
one
Like,
day.
yeah.
Are you kidding? Have you ever been on Bangor Highway when it's snowing?
Yeah.
It's fucking horrifying.
It's like driving from Tooele to Salt Lake. That's the only thing about living out here that I dislike.
No, because that's what
Is
was like
the
scaring
two-
me.
When my 40-minute commute turns into 3 hours.
Mhm.
No, it really does. Like, you don't even have any lights going down. And it just
you
bothers
have to,
me.
like, carefully follow the
Yeah.
car in front of you.
Yep.
It's terrifying.
It's horrifying.
Ah,
And you
I choose
like,
to live here.
dude, it's
I'm going to
It's
keep my
scary.
family here, and their family here, and their family here in
Oh,
Thule
man.
with all the nerve gas.
what the fuck?
Because it makes for good stories. Like when Cousin Billy put his tongue in the electric fence.
Oh my
That
goodness.
does sound
What happened to Billy?
He's just not right. He walks with a cane.
Can he not talk anymore?
Dude! Well, he really does walk with a
bit of
cane.
Oh.
My cousins electrocuted me in the basement of my grandma's house once.
Nice.
They made me hold the handle to the freezer that was in the basement that had a lot of ice built up inside.
What the fuck?
And then you stand on the metal, like where the carpet meets the linoleum, and you sit there and you hold it, and it connects a circuit, and you can't let go of the freezer.
Oh
You just
no.
fucking get your shit electrocuted.
And it was, I guess it was a rite of passage. I don't know. I'm the youngest, so I can't fucking say if anyone else ever did it. But they said it was something that they all did.
I mean, you
For
can always
me-
take Nemo out there.
For me, the right
well,
of
the
passage
the freezer's in the garage now.
is
like,
peeing
that
on the
room's
electric
just a-
fence. That was
Ugh.
it for me. And you don't know because your dad's just like, oh hey, like because you're like, oh I need to pee. He's like, oh go pee on the fence. And you're like, as a young kid, you're like, I don't have to pee inside. Yeah, let's go pee outside. Like you just get excited. You're like,
Boys
yeah.
are so weird.
I gotta pee
This
outside.
doesn't happen. No, this
Well,
is
I've heard so many
No, dude,
stories.
like, you know how nice it is in the middle of summer when you're sitting around having a bonfire that you can just walk around the side of your house and pee?
And go
That's
pee,
disgusting.
That doesn't happen.
dude.
Oh, it does.
I don't know what it is.
Not that I know of.
I have peed on that fence between mine and Jeremy's house so many times.
I don't feel
That's
like this
very-
is.
It's white guys.
Yeah, I don't
So-
think it's a.
So you go
Oh,
pee
world.
on the electric fence, but you like from the time you start
What
peeing
dad
to the time
would
you
want
start
their son to get their
end
dick
peeing,
electrocuted?
You're getting electrocuted.
Right?
You can't stop peeing until you're done.
That's just stupid.
So
like if your
so you
finger,
start-
I get it,
you
but
start
your
peeing,
dick.
and as soon as you
Bubby, is it smart to pee on an electric fence?
Go ahead. I don't even know why you went. You're going to do what you want anyway.
See? Like, you want to be an idiot?
But-
Go be an
but
idiot.
as soon as you hear that, you feel that jump because it's like this. It's like a bite right throughout your body.
I don't want
You
anyone
just
to
go,
bite
"Ah!"
my
and
dick.
you jump and you just cover yourself in piss, and that's the whole joke. And that's
Ugh.
awful.
Yeah, that
sounds terrible.
Yeah, that doesn't
But
sound
it's
fun.
fucking hilarious.
That sounds like a joke your friends would
It's
play on you
fucking
because they want to be
hilarious.
dicks, and that's funny. If I'm a dad, I'm not going to do that to my kid.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
I think
Yes, you are. Yes.
No, I wouldn't.
What are
Okay,
you gonna be, the PC dad?
No.
hell
No.
Nemo, when you were a kid, though, like, you didn't have Christmases like we had
PC
Christmas.
principal.
What did
I
you...
am not PC principal. But he does save everybody.
He's the best. I
Yeah,
love
he
him.
does save the world.
Fuck
Go
you,
ahead.
South Park. No, but, like, when you were a kid, like, your family still did some things for Christmas.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get into, but
But Raleigh
We-
started pissing on the fence.
and got his dick electrocuted.
Ugh.
That's fun, I guess.
Got his dick bitten off by a sheep.
Is that a joke you guys play on your kids too? Jesus Christ.
You know, there's a joke I could make
Okay.
right now, but we're on the radio.
Oh, that really stopped you?
That's what stopped me.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness.
I'll tell you when we stop.
Okay, so like we did the basic things, like if you see everybody putting out a tree, you know, you follow suit
Monkey
In the
see,
sense.
monkey do.
kind of thing. So you see everybody else decorating their houses. You see the lights on the trees. You see the trees in the windows at night, and you're like, okay, we can do this too. We used to like put lights across our whole house. When I say we, it's my sister. She was the boss, and she wanted to do this more than anybody. Nobody else cared, but she did.
Mhm.
I would
It's
assume
like your mom and your grandma, they were like,
why do you want to do this? My mom would buy all the stuff that she needed, anything that she asked. Like, if she needed a special tool to hang up the lights easier, she got it. If she wanted a special light, she got it.
she should get the holiday
So-
light rail.
I'm just saying.
This was just her thing.
No, she liked it. I think she enjoyed it. She got into the spirit. She understood, like, the fun in it.
Dude,
and the
that's
love in
super
it.
cool.
Yeah.
That's why I was super insistent about lighting the tree because, like
Like, I would only be
I
up
wanted
there.
it to have all of the twinkle lights on it.
Mhm.
No, she cared more than anyone else in our house. She still cares more about it till this day than anyone.
Hmm.
But we don't light up the house as much anymore or ever, but we always put up a tree. And it's usually always her or my mom decorating it. And it's always the same ornaments, it's always the same lights, unless they find something different. And then they'll hang that up on there too.
I still think you should get the snowman tree.
Why would I get a snowman tree?
Just to surprise your mom. Like, look, there's a snowman in the living room.
I hope your mom and sister aren't one of those people that got like all the Minion freaking Christmas decorations.
They don't
Are
even know what
one of
minions
those.
are.
Good.
People.
Thank God.
Well, my sister does, but my mom has no fucking clue.
Your mom doesn't believe in dinosaurs.
She knows what dinosaurs are.
It's his grandma.
Yeah. She's the one I've
Come
been
on,
trying to
Josh.
convince. Take it on. You know, I don't even want to give them the match. But no, like, you
Chris-
see
So
the...
you still did things for Christmas then.
Ish.
I didn't do anything.
But your
I was
family...
told to do things.
Right, but your family did things for Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
But
Noggin-
nothing like out of the ordinary or super special. It was
what do you mean?
like you guys didn't put a statue of Ganesh in the yard and put lights on it.
That would have been
I
fantastic,
feel like we should have.
actually. Yeah.
Stringing Christmas lights.
No, we didn't go to a fence and piss on an electric fence. We didn't have self-made ornaments.
But we didn't do that for Christmas.
We
We did
didn't have
that for
hot-
Wednesday.
That was us getting tricked by older individuals who thought it would be funny to watch
Older people that we
a
trusted.
poor little child get his fucking ass electrocuted pissing on an electric fence, or for him a freezer.
Okay, alright. We didn't have any of these traditions. Or we didn't have the ones where you'd make your own and keep them. That's actually kind of cool, though. Like, for Raleigh and Lisa, like, if you still have them from, like, when you were a baby.
Mhm.
It's
Like, your
really
parents
nice.
forced you to make. That's actually kind of cool, though.
I was not forced to make ornaments as a baby.
No, I'm just saying, like, let's
But
say your
yeah,
kid,
yeah.
like, your mom or your dad, like, grabbed your hand and, like, put it on a
Oh,
piece of
yeah.
paper and wrote
Yeah,
it
she
down.
did have stuff
And they
like
made
that.
it, and they made you do one
Mhm.
every year, right? Like how you go to school every year and get that one class picture just to
Yeah.
keep a memory.
Yeah.
It adds into it. It builds into the whole spirit.
Kristlyn made a hand turkey this year.
Oh,
Mhm.
It's the best thing I never got because she gave it to Heather. She came in that afternoon after school, and she came into our bedroom to wake us up, and she's like, "Mommy, I brought you something."
Mommy, I brought you something.
Yeah, Mommy, I
Not
made this
and
for
Daddy,
you.
Or
No, Mommy, I brought
She
you
knows where she
something.
came from, Josh.
Papa, go to hell. And
go to hell.
she gives
said it
Heather
just
this like
that.
card with a hand turkey on it. And for 2 weeks, I've been saying if she doesn't make a hand turkey, I'm pulling her out of school because they're not teaching her shit. And Heather got the hand turkey.
You poor deprived. father.
One day
Josh,
she'll
what?
listen to this and make you one.
I better
Or
get a fucking
Nemo
hand
will
turkey.
make you one.
I'm not gonna make him
Will
one.
you make me a hand
You're
turkey?
right. It's
No.
probably going to be wrong.
When in doubt, whenever you're in a team building exercise, when in doubt, go with a hand turkey. No one is going to piss on a hand turkey.
Okay, so
That's
like,
fair.
let's say you're trying to solve the world and shit, like the problems of the world that's about to die, and like, what's your ideas? You handle my fucking hand turkey.
Everybody at the table make a hand
Everybody
turkey.
make a hand turkey.
Everybody make a hand turkey, and guess what?
Fuck the key to world peace all
They're
along.
all gonna be the same, and that's gonna open up some eyes.
Oh my goodness.
So this is how we destroy the asteroid that's coming for Earth.
Hand turkey.
What
A
about-
giant fucking hand launched at the asteroid.
Exactly. It's gonna.
Turkey.
The hand turkey is gonna gobble that asteroid out of the sky.
Oh my lord.
We just solved a huge problem.
I just saved Bruce Willis and
How
Armageddon.
did you just save him? I came up with it. I did.
You took
Right.
the idea from him.
You took
No,
my hand
bull.
turkey.
Bull.
Fine. The podcast came up with the idea.
The
We-
podcast came
yeah,
up with
The room came up with it.
We saved the world, alright.
There was
I'll
one,
take that on a
There was
plaque.
one year when we were making ornaments.
I don't get one from NASA, I swear to God.
Gingerbread.
They're gonna send it to me on a hand turkey.
And as a small child, young Mr. Raleigh was really into weapons and shit. So
As a small child.
I made this gingerbread. I was 4 years old. I made him look like Rambo. He had bandoliers across his chest and like a bandana on, like smudge lines. My mother's like, "Where did you learn this?" And I was like, "He's seen some things. He's a cold killer now." And she's like, "What are you talking about? Where did you see this?"
Shrek.
Shrek. Yep.
Gingy seen some shit. He lost a damn gumdrop button.
I know.
Gumdrop buttons.
Do you know the Muffin Man?
The Muffin Man.
The one who lives on Drury Lane.
You're gonna make Bubby plots. If you make Bubby plots, I'm gonna be angry.
The Muffin Man. She's
Okay.
the Muffin Man.
Okay, we get it.
Stop
Yeah,
reenacting
we
You're
got
that.
the Muffin Man.
I love Gingy so much.
Rolo's nickname is now the Muffin Man.
The Muffin Man.
No.
No.
No. You don't. Why do you get to make all the executive decisions?
He doesn't. That's
Yeah,
why we
like-
say no.
Why he just like straight out says it? It's this. You need to take a vote. Where's our hand turkeys now?
Where's your hand turkey, Nemo? Where's my
We
fucking
needed
hand
to make a
turkey?
team building exercise.
I didn't get a hand
turkeys.
I will say, the fact that Kristen's school did an Indian Day, painted her face,
Okay.
and
it needs to
gave
be
her...
called Native American
And-
Day.
Nope. On the calendar, it says Indian Day.
But
And they made her
Okay.
a headdress with feathers.
That was I got the pictures from Heather. She was like, they had Indian Day, and I was thinking like India, like that's
Yeah.
where my mind went.
yes.
And no, she has fucking feathers attached to the back of her head, and I was like,
You need to pull her out of the school.
Nemo gave
They
me
ain't
a
teaching her
Indian Day.
shit.
And then this week they had Pilgrim Day.
That's fine. I don't give a shit about pilgrims.
I love that that's a thing that my kid got to experience.
Yeah,
But it's
because most
not-
kids don't
Yeah,
anymore.
most rats don't get
We
to.
weren't PC.
kids also don't get to experience Indian Day
It's like
anymore.
it's like my
That's what
grandma.
we're saying.
Because of
That's what we're saying.
progress.
It's like my grandma.
Yeah, but private schools can do anything.
Wait, is it a private school?
Yeah.
Well, it's a preschool. Like we
preschool.
pay we
Yeah.
pay for her to go. Yeah.
Yeah, but aren't
It's
all
in
preschools
some
like
lady's
that?
basement.
But aren't all preschools like
No,
that?
I think there's Head Start, which is run by the state.
some
Okay.
of the bigger preschools. Yeah.
I'm just saying.
But
I need to
Anyway,
be correct.
no, we're
Yes, send
like
a letter.
my grandma. Our
Send a
last
letter.
president, my grandma did not know his name. She called him President Mabambo,
oh my goodness.
and she'd say that
There's
nice
a
colored
meme
fellow.
about that. The nice colored feller.
It's okay. It's a different
It's true.
time.
My
Lisa
grandmother
and
would say
I-
the blacks.
Lisa and I are of a different time where Indian Day is totally fine. They're not naive Americans.
I have family that lives in northern Idaho.
I don't give a shit. They'll learn about the true history when they're in high school, if their school actually teaches them anything.
My grandma refers to
And then they'll
African
recommend it.
American individuals as the lovely Negroes. Is
Oh,
how she
dear.
refers to them, and it's really cute because she doesn't mean it in any unbiased or in any biased way. She just
Uh-huh.
goes, "Oh, we have those neighbors. What are their names again? They're the lovely Negro fellers." And I was like, "What, Grandma?"
Yeah, you sit
Uh-huh.
there, and the first
Yep.
time you hear it, you're like, the fuck did you just say?
Yeah, you're just so surprised.
Like, I just sat there in disbelief, like, huh? It's like the first time my grandma ever took a shot in front of me. I was like, what the fuck? She took it so I could have the shot glass.
Amazing.
I gotta get rid of the liquid inside of it first.
Yeah. No, we were at Planet Hollywood in Hawaii, and I wanted the little glass.
You were in Hawaii?
Yeah. What?
I'm just saying.
Want to take me to Hawaii?
Just
I
sad.
want to go there.
We could sit on the beach together.
We would.
I'll get a Speedo.
I'd get a pina colada.
I want to go see a volcano.
I do too. I want.
It'd be so
That's what they
cool.
call me in a Speedo.
Lord.
Volcano.
Good lord. The implication.
Because when that thing goes off,
Okay.
minds
get
get
to the volcano.
blown.
It
It's
was cool.
an eruption of it.
Was there a
Children.
break yet? Seriously.
You didn't have to go that
Yeah.
far, but okay.
Once again.
Oh, Raleigh.
A child.
All right, so that about does it for Christmas memories.
Barely even talked about it.
You can find us on social media at
Is
We
the
Just
truth.
Nerd Here. That's on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We're also on YouTube, and I'm doing a much better job of uploading our episodes to YouTube. So those of you with hearing impairments can listen to us with YouTube's amazing closed captionings
Congrats.
and hear even weirder
John.
shit than what we say normally.
Congrats.
Congrats.
You mean
Catching
not
up.
hear anything at all because they're deaf? They're reading?
You know what, Raleigh?
Well, why are you pointing all this out, man? I am not the negative one today. He is.
You can also join us on Patreon. You can join Mr. Raleigh and Mr. Butt and
Sorry.
myself.
That your dick got electrocuted as a child.
Sorry
But there's
that you
no
went through that
reason
trauma.
that you need to
Don't
take it
have
out
to
on a
breathe.
podcast.
Gosh.
If your dick was electrocuted as a child, you can donate as little as $1 a month to help keep the lights on in the podcast. And if your dick is fine, I demand $2. So,
Demand it. If not, let us know about your stories and your little
Tell us
Christmas
about-
traditions on Twitter
Tell us about how you
or
got
Instagram.
electrocuted.
so yeah, tell us how you got electrocuted.
Tell us about your
Um,
Christmas
and
tradition.
then
We'll be back in 2 weeks with another episode of We Just You Will Hear, and that episode will actually mark the end of our first season. We're going to take a little break for the month of January, and then come back with season 2, full of nerdy goodness.
the new year.
And you can probably look for a few special things here and there between now and Christmas, maybe some holiday gift guides or special bonus episodes in the off season. But I can't guarantee anything because we do need a break. Nemo's tired.
Need to take some naps.
We've been keeping him awake all this time.
Yeah,
Seriously,
he's been
since
awake
they
for
started.
8 months. So yeah, until next time, we just you'll hear, and now you do too. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Yoodles.
Toodles.
No, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I fucking took it. You said Yoodles. You said Yoodles.
Oh, gentlemen.
Why? Now I've got to clean up this mess.
I gotta clean up
Bubby.
gestures to
Bubby,
the full body.
was that cool?
Yes, but
He should have died. Woo!
Bubby, is Nemo the only one who can say any form of toodles?
that I don't know. Are you hungry?
I am hungry, actually.
I could eat.
I could eat too.
Let's go have some matzo ball soup. It'll fix all your problems.
All my problems.
Oh,
I think that went well.
I think it went really well.
I
You
feel
do not get toodles.
Hey, you said Yoodles.
It doesn't matter
You
what I
said
said.
Yoodles.
That was not cool, man.
No, get out of here.
I always wanted to take it, and now it's mine. It's all mine.
yeah.
What? What? Toodles?
Trademark it.
Oh, trademarked it, yeah.
Damn.
I don't know what the hell you were saying. I already did that when I did it the first time.
But he wasn't here to see it.
He doesn't need to. He's been
have-
listening to all our
I know,
episodes.
but reinforce your trademark.
Good lord.
Hold
I'm
on
suing
to
him. Can I sue him now?
Yeah.
Let's finish the next episode and the gift guides, and then you can sue him.
And then we'll open the lawsuit.
I'm suing the hell out of you.
All right,
right.
man.
Until next time,
Toodles versus whatever.
Toodles versus
Toodles.
podcast.
Twitch.tv/Mr. Raleigh. YouTube.com.
Yeah.
Oh my
Mr. Raleigh.
goodness.
All right. Until next time, we just you'll hear, and now you do too.
Have a holly jolly Christmas.
It's
And in
the
case
best time
you
of the
didn't
year. Oh, by golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year.